How you lot doing, guys? Traversal ENT here, back with another one. Alright, let's talk about it, guys. So, Teofimo Lopez versus Ryan Garcia. That's right, you heard right. Everyone's favorite uncle, Bob Arum, is trying to holler at Oscar de la Hoya to get this fight put together. This is a fight that he wants to put together, and in fact, it's not a new idea. He says he tried to make this fight before the Luke Campbell fight. But he got no response from Golden Boy Promotions, and now he's trying to bring that fight back up again. Now, smart idea. I think Teofimo's thinking very smart. I think Bob Arum's thinking very smart, and I'm going to get to that a little bit later on in the video. But I'll also say one of the reasons, and probably, Bob Arum said that when he looks at Ryan Garcia, yes, he sees a guy who's got talent, and he definitely credits Ryan Garcia with having power. But he says that Ryan Garcia is far too slow to be very competitive in the lightweight division, guys. That's what he says, that Ryan is too slow to be competitive in the lightweight division. Guys, let me give you the exact quote that Bob Arum says. He says, I think he's obviously a big puncher and he has tremendous hand speed, but man, he's slow. Then he says, Ryan has slow feet and he doesn't have the fluidity that I think you need to compete in the lightweight division. So, that's what he's saying. He's saying that that's going to be his downfall in the lightweight division against the majority of the highest level of competition there. In terms of the very best, Ryan will struggle and he will lose, according to Bob Arum, right? So, let me give you my little 2 cents and my little $2 on it, right? Traversal ENT. I think when it comes to Teofimo Lopez, I think he's been very shrewd. This is what you call very smart and careful matchmaking, in the sense that Ryan, and Bob Arum agrees with this, he says that, I don't know if Bob Arum agrees with it, but Teofimo's calling out Ryan because Ryan Garcia's name is popular, right? On top of that, there's money that can be made in that fight. So they're going to get paid in that fight. That fight will generate interest, make no mistake about it. Now, Teofimo has advantages in that fight. So he thinks he can exploit the advantages, mainly being experienced as, Teofimo's, correct me if I'm wrong, but he's been in the game longer than Ryan. Mainly it's the experience that will work in his favor. Ryan is got potential. He has a high ceiling, but Ryan hasn't reached his peak yet. Ryan still has things to learn in fights and fights to take. So Teofimo taking Ryan now, he'd be taking Ryan Garcia when Ryan is still green, in my personal opinion. So if I'm managing Ryan Garcia, do I put him in there with Teofimo Lopez? No, I do not. No, I do not. That is a bad move to make. Now, Ryan doesn't need Teofimo, so to speak. And I'm not saying necessarily that Teofimo needs Ryan, but it's a pace check that he's happy to take. Teofimo, that is, guys. But so I understand the shrewd matchmaking and I understand why they want that fight. But so far as it stands, Golden Boy have not responded to their offers. Nothing. They haven't made any contact. And I recommend that Oscar continues in exactly the same fashion. Do not make any contact with Top Rank regarding that fight, because it's the wrong fight for Ryan to take right now. Now, I'm going to double down on what I've said before about Ryan Garcia, which is this. Right now, I do not believe that Ryan needs to take a very difficult fight, a super tough fight. I don't think that's what he needs right now. We know the guy's calling out Tank Davis, and I'm going to get to that in a minute because there's something about that I want to bring out. But I actually think Ryan needs to take on the sort of fighters that are going to enable him to go rounds and to do a few things and try out a few things in the ring, right? And I'm not saying he should fight journeyman, but they need to matchmake him carefully so that he has got some level of competition, but just enough for him to try out new things, right? That's how I would manage Ryan Garcia going forward, guys. I would not put him in there with Teofimo Lopez. So this fight that Bob Arum's trying to make, big up Bob Arum for the idea, but if you're Golden Boy, you steer well clear of that. Now, it's been said that Ryan mentioned on a specific interview. So apparently Ryan said on the Rich Eason, I think that's his name, Rich Eason's show, he said that he would like to retire from boxing at the age of 26. He believes he'll handle all matters by the time he hits 26 years of age. That doesn't give Ryan too much time. I don't really know of too many boxers who retire at 26 years of age. 26 years old in boxing is when you are at your to be honest with you, is when you should, if you're a good fighter and you've been put in there and you've had enough fights, you should be at your peak. You should be at your prime at 26. Experience and at your prime, still knocking guys out. Some fighters, 26, believe it or not, it's like, they've just like broken. Many fighters at 26, they've had their first major fight. Some fighters, that's the case for them, right? They've had their first major, like, big breakthrough fight, right? And then they just go forward from there, or they win their first title at that age, for example. So Ryan to say that he wants to retire at 26 in boxing terms, that is very young to retire at 26. So that makes a lot of people think, is he calling out Tank Davis because he wants to secure the bag and get out of the sport? Now, I'm not one of those who believe that, but that is what some people are thinking. Is he just calling Tank so he can cash out? Because the guy's talking about retiring at 26. He's talking about MMA when this guy's got so much things to do in boxing. This guy's talking about other sports and retiring at 26. So I think Ryan is just focused on boxing, keep developing when it comes to that. If indeed that is what he says in the what's the guy's name, Rich Isian show and whatnot. But yeah, 26 retiring, that doesn't make sense to me at all. And to be honest with you, if he's a boxer, I do not believe him for a second that he would even consider retiring at 26. Because you know how it is with boxers. Once they fight and they've tasted victory, they've tasted glory and stardom, especially the pockets, they've tasted that money, it is very hard for a boxer to stop everything and then live a normal citizen life, or whatever you want to call it, or just to jump onto something else. But by and large, they tend to miss boxing and they come back. Hence why you're going to get a lot more of what I call retirement fights. Guys that come out of retirement to have one more swing for for old time's sake. So that's what's up with Ryan Garcia, Bob Barum, and the rest of it. Let's see what unfolds. So many fights that can be made, and everyone wants to pencil in and pen in a lot of fights. Let's see what comes out of all of this. Traversal ENT, I'll keep you guys updated. Signing out.